boys. I can't lie to you. I'm already sweaty somehow, even though it's cold outside, so I'm not really sure what's happening there. But it's freaking back day, okay? We're gonna go heavy on the T-bar row. Let's start warming up.
There you go. 2. Come on, push. And then come on, push. Let's go.
Rear delt flies are next. The T-bar rows move decent. A lot of you might be like, oh, dude, clean up the form. You're ego lifting. I believe in getting your foot in the door, man. You know? I always talk about how if you are trying to actually progressively overload, right? You're mitigating fatigue. You're focusing on high motor unit recruitment exercises, stability, all that, frequency, whatever it might be. The next thing you should try to do in order to ensure progress is to make sure you bring intensity to your training, and oftentimes it's going to look like slight cheating. So with that said, T-bar rows moved a little better than last week, and they're going to continue to move better, and we're going to do some rear delt flies right now. Oh my goodness. Alright boys, we're doing some seated shrugs today. Should move good. I don't think I've done shrugs in maybe like 3 times ever. I never like the way they feel, but this machine has a pretty nice shrug machine, so a lot of you might be thinking, dude, T-bar rows get your traps just fine. And I do agree with that statement, and on paper it is more optimal, right? But I always talk about, you know, high activation, high motor unit recruitment, and the power of isolation and how it can really develop a muscle. And with that said, if you're biasing a tiny little portion of your traps, the top portion, that portion that you can see from the front is gonna grow. So, I don't know. You can't really convince me that trap shrugs are just this awful exercise that nobody should do. I think if you can't tell me that you could be able to shrug, you know, 8 plates and have small traps. You're gonna have big traps. Alright, so in terms of the feeling of that exercise, I give it a B+. Right? The seated variation feels really awkward, so I'm not doing that. I can't get the strap right or anything. The standing feels pretty good, and I'll tell you this. I see the potential in this exercise. There's not much more loading we can do. It looks like we could barely fit 6 plates, maybe if we had like a resistance band or some kind of like tape or something, we could manage it, but you know, I think shrugs out to the side like that though are so much more manageable than shrugs in front of you, because especially if you're a man, you'll get some clipping, if you know what I'm saying. It's not good. So all right, boys. 70-pound alternating dumbbell curls. Hopefully they'll move decent. It's just too heavy. Ah, goodness. It's just too heavy at this point. I gotta drop it down to like 80 or something. I'm decently pumped, but everything moves kind of weird today. I think we're getting into that stage in the cut where I'm just more depleted overall, and you know, super low carb, not eating enough, but the bulk will come back strong one day, boys. All right, boys. You guys can see the pump. Pretty cool here. That looked kind of neat. Anyway, I guess we're halfway down the stairs. The light's beaming on me from the sun. The workout overall was good. Got a little bit of joint discomfort, but guys, it comes sometimes when you go super heavy. It shouldn't be your norm though, for sure. You should try your absolute best to work around it. Be safe, focus on recovery, fatigue management, etc. Don't do an insane amount of volume on something that gives your joints a little pain. But with that said, boys, I'm gonna go pose. There's not a whole lot to talk about other than just go stupid heavy.